Hi, I'm Osman. I'm an energy healer on a master level with telepathic capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments, especially treating the adverse effects of involuntary Kundalini awakening. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing for almost 50 years and teaching for 44 years. And in that period, having studied under various masters from different schools of yoga sciences, and I extracted the most powerful components from the various schools and combined it and simplified it for the 21st century, and currently have students in over 100 countries. Um, if you want more information on my services, please visit my website, yogawellness786.com. Also, remember that my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. If you're concerned that you're feeling nothing when you meditate, so you're sitting, maybe you're practicing for a while and you feel nothing, you feel like there's like nothing happening, and you're worried, what is the problem, right? So if you firstly doing the the correct method, so, or a proven method, right? Because there's so many methods of meditation, right? Probably it's I think it's conceivable that there are probably 1,000 methods, right? But something that's a proven method, and the simplest one that I know that work, scientifically proven, right? The scientifically proven method is the mindfulness meditation, where people is focusing on their breath, right? So I mean, the instructions is everywhere on the internet. I'm not going to go through that. So as long as you're doing it every day, right, and you're doing it for the recommended time period for, let's say, around 20 minutes a day, right? So start with just 2 minutes a day and gradually bring it to 20 minutes, and then you're practicing it, but you're feeling nothing. You don't feel anything. You don't feel like the Kundalini is not awakening. You're not seeing different color lights. You're not observing other frequencies. You're not feeling like calm and relaxed, like how people say your illness. Number one, I am, practicing the yogic sciences now for almost 50 years, and I've studied it very widely and deeply, right, from different schools of thought and so forth. Whenever you sit in meditation, whether you feel or don't feel, as long as you're practicing, like for example, the proven, scientifically proven one, right? I don't know the other ones whether it's scientific. I mean, because I like to, recommend and talk from a scientific perspective, right? So when you're following the scientific and you're feeling nothing and so forth, from a yoga sciences advanced level, teacher, 100% you are experiencing improvement, but the improvement is very subtle, you can't notice it, and that improvement is something, it is a natural thing and it's slow, so you have to see over a long period of time. So normally science does calculations, using instruments and methods, scientific instruments, within a 6 to 8 week period. So they will do certain tests on you and so forth, and they've proven that there's improvement, but you didn't feel the improvement, right? So they can see it, scientifically there's improvement, but you don't see it. But you want to feel it, right? So if you're doing the same thing for about 6 months, you'll start noticing a very that you're getting, I mean, you don't have to wait 6 months. From the first day you're feeling a little bit calmer, right? So if you're feeling more frustrated, you are not doing it correctly. You must stop your meditation when you starting to feel frustrated, long as it's more than 2 minutes, right? So if you're normally meditating 20 minutes a day, and then you started and you're doing 2 minutes and you're already feeling frustrated on the get-go, right, before you even start, so just do it for the 2 minutes and you're still frustrated, stop at the 2 minute mark. If at the 2 minute mark you feel you're starting to calm down and feel better, then continue, you know further. Don't, when you're getting frustrated, you're not gonna progress. So the secret to the advancement of meditation, you don't have to feel anything. It is by relaxing and calming the mind, right? So as long as you're sitting in meditation, you immediately made the intention, you get connected to the cosmic energy. Cosmic energy starts to flow into you, into your body, right? So from the yoga sciences perspective, the theory is that it comes through the top of your head. So there's a region on the top, like a circular region on the top, the crown of your head. So it's called the Brahmarandra. And it comes through and then it permeates into your entire body and removing the blockages or any ailments or illnesses very lightly and naturally. It's not going to cure your cancer and all that, right? Um, I mean, some people depends on your belief system, right? There are miracles as well, but generally speaking, we're saying scientifically, these are very natural, calm. So it's going to have effect, calming effect, and you're going to feel more together, more centered, with consistent practice, and usually from the first day, right? You should be feeling it, and within 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to feel some progress. But you feel you're doing it now for a while. Yes, in the beginning you was feeling it. Now you're feeling nothing, not nothing. The the theory in and because I'm on an advanced level, I can sense this movement, right, of the energy. It's filling you and balancing your energies, and keep maybe you are a balanced person, right, and it is improving that balance. Now you are looking at things very microscopically. That is why you are not seeing the improvements or any difference. Now when I've observed people who's doing mindfulness practice, for example, over a 5-year period, right, 5 to 10 years, usually these people are very together people. They usually the leaders in their field, whatever field they are in, right, in terms of their occupation, what they do for earning a living, and they're very stable and they financially okay, not in huge debt and stressed with this debt and that debt, because debt is impulsive. Many debt also comes, I'm not saying this is the cause for all the problem of having debts. It comes from the undisciplined impulse buying, and you're buying more than what you can afford. So people, you want to buy, you want this, want that, and you just spend your money because you this thing, and you're not considering, not working on a budget, right? So the person who is more together is able to work on a budget, and normally it fixes, but the 5 it fixes all this problem, right? And the relationships are solid, they're stable in their relationships. They're not usually alone. They're always, they have a relation, they have a partner or a marriage and children, and they have a home, and they very square and together, and like the ideal example of who people can emulate to be, you know now you know it's like you're having a problem, you're looking too quickly, and you must just do it and be patient, and it's improving immediately and it's bringing you together. And problems, Rome was not built in a day, right? This is a science that needs 5 years, 10 consistent. And the positive changes, a lot of people take it for granted, right? To have a stable income, stable home, stable relationships. You have that. You know how many people don't even have a roof over their head? They are staying with friends and family, and are sleeping on couches, can't afford rent, right? Can't afford the groceries, that the necessary groceries that they want to buy. They're cutting down on the necessary things, right, on a monthly basis. They can't afford to buy a new vehicle, right? And or they can't even have, all the credit cards are maxed out, right? And they got all types of stress, and they got all types of illnesses, and chronic. Yes, you may have your illnesses by practicing it still as well. You're not going to be like in perfect health, depending on your conditions and so forth, but you're going to be much better off than those who's not practicing. Between one who's practicing, you must not compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to you. How was the you before you started the practice, and how is the you after 6 to 8 weeks, after 6 months, after 2 years, and after 5 years? Use these goalposts. 6 to 8 weeks, do a calculation, then 6 months, do a calculation, and then 2 years, do a reflection, and then 5 years, do a reflection, right? And from my perspective, I'm in this field for very long, I observed so many people. I can say it is, even science backs it, that it is positive, and they encourage mindfulness. science backed. There is over 50,000 research documents in the scientific field proving the positive effects of mindfulness meditation. So remember that most powerful statement, right? Science is science, right? So when you're not feeling it, it is just like you're micromanaging, and these are very subtle things, and it's not something explosive, right? Yes, some people have the explosive experiences and all that. So that's a different people, but it's not designed for all that. It's designed to overall improve your life and make life smooth and easy, And over the medium to long term, this is what it does achieve, and this in subtle ways, from science-backed information. So I hope that information helps you. Take care of yourself always.